Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be shorter, just a quick little update on this winter storm that is occurring across the country, or I should say the East Coast. It is an extremely powerful system. It is strengthening very rapidly, very quickly. It is producing snowfall rates 2 to 3 to 4 inches an hour. New York City got several inches of snow and they will get several more, but then it'll transition to rain. So just an icky, sticky mess. It's not going to be good. Slippery commute for many, evening commute and morning commute. This storm is a mess. And if we were to look at the radar right now, the current radar in the United States, you could see it's extending all the way from area like Chicago all the way to cities like New York City. So this storm is a massive storm that is strengthening to be a beast, and it already is in some sense a beast. If we were to zoom in, say on New York City metro area, you see that LaGuardia Airport still reporting snow, while out in the island, Long Island, starting to see that mixing in and down in DC and Philadelphia already starting to get into that rain, while State College, Scranton, Pennsylvania, they are getting hammered. Cities like Ithaca, Syracuse, New York, Rochester, Buffalo are all seeing immense amounts of snow. We go to cities like Boston, very large Rutland, Vermont. I think this is Vermont. I'm not 100% sure. I always get these two states mixed up, so I apologize for that. But Vermont, New Hampshire, either one of these both of them are gonna get slammed and impacted by this. And in Maine, obviously gonna get quite a bit of snow, and this snowfall rate is very heavy, very strong snow to water ratios. This is just a massive blizzard, not a blizzard because of the wind, but it's a massive storm. And we were to now look at the radar. This is radar data map from NOAA. I like to look at this just to give a better visual of the current strength of the storm. So anywhere you see the green, that's considered heavy snow. And I would say that anything north of this, since this doesn't show you what is rain, what is snow, many of these yellows are even in the snow, and that is considered snow. And the yellow, that is just really that's just record-breaking snowfall rates. I mean, it rarely gets to the yellows, in those yellow colors in the snowfall ratios or in the snowfall parts. And we look at cities like Chicago possibly seeing a little bit more snow, Michigan seeing quite a bit also, some lighter mix with some heavier snow, and then just the Northeast getting absolutely pounded by this system. Boston, New York, New Haven, Hartford, all these cities are still under the snow and will be for several more hours. And then I would say cutting the Northeast into the northern and southern section, northwestern section and southeastern section, I should say. I think the northwestern will remain and see all snow, while the southeastern will see snow at the beginning and then transition to more of a rain. Right now we're also seeing some wraparound in cities like Columbus, Lexington, and Charleston, and that is rain mixed with snow. If we go to the actual tropical tidbits right now, actually, first, let's go to National Weather Service. You could see we have a whole area of warnings, watches. It's just a mess, a wintry mess. We also have another system that could be diving down into the upper plains and Midwest tomorrow, which I might make a video on, but probably not since there's just so much going on here. Let's go to cities and areas let's go to New York City, since that is a city that is one of the biggest cities. They're currently under a winter weather advisory, not a warning. And they are seeing light snow right now, but it's quickly going to transition it's going to drop potentially 1 to 3 more inches, but then rain, and actually 43 tomorrow. So this is not going to be this is just going to be a mess, a disaster. I don't know if that school's off today in New York. I don't live there, so I wouldn't know. If we go to, and I was busy at school, so I didn't really keep in touch with them. And if we go to upstate New York, this is Ithaca. We're looking at around 8 inches of snowfall, mainly today, and this snow will come fast and furious. Right now they're seeing light snow. Soon this should increase into a heavy to moderate snow. And if we were to look into Maine, this not yet. I'll tell them what I think in just a minute. And let's go to Concord. I think this is Concord, Maine. This is, yes. The local office is Maine. I think this is still, yes, this is New Hampshire. Okay, 3 to 7 inches and 103 tomorrow. So still some hefty snowfall totals. Let's go to cities like Boston. Sorry if I'm clicking around. I just want to include many people. Let's go to Boston. They're gonna see rain and snow 1 to 2 inches before transitioning to all rain. And then maybe something later on in the week, a little bit of snow. So it's just a mess, a disaster. Let's go to areas here in around Lexington area, Louisville area. We are looking at some light snow. It isn't necessarily something that will be huge. You could see chance of showers. That's just some wraparound. They had the brunt of the system yesterday in the evening, so that was that. Let's go to the current forecast models, the forecast the next several hours. Let's go to the HER model and let's zoom in on the northeast. We are looking right now at the system centered right on the coast of North Carolina, Virginia, and out into the ocean. We are seeing, again, some snow in Ohio, quite a bit of snow in Michigan, some snow in Canada, and then right here in New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Long Island. And then, as you can see, watch cities like New York City transitioning into rain and a wintry mix. While the National Weather Service said 1 to 2 inches for Boston. I would say more. I would say somewhere around 3 to 5 before then it transitions to rain. And then, as I mentioned, the northwestern parts of the upstate. Notice upstate New York staying all snow into Pennsylvania. Some areas in Pennsylvania may stay also all snow. And then New Hampshire and then Vermont, New Hampshire stay mostly all snow. Some mixing is still possible though. And then northern Maine staying all snow. If we were to look at the total snowfall accumulations according to the HER, the most I think will be in upstate New York. But again, if I were in Boston, I would be expecting somewhere 4 to 7 inches of snow still possible with that quick burst for the. I shouldn't say quick, but quick extreme bursts of heavy snow. It's gonna be as much only as 3 hours, but those 3 hours could be 3 inches an hour each, which could lead up to 9 inches in some localized areas. But upstate New York, I think 9 inches, maybe even an underestimate. Let's look at the models like the NAM. They are showing a very large amount of snow across these areas, 16 inches in localized areas. Upstate New York seeing a foot mainly everywhere. And then I think this is Vermont, New Hampshire being fairly consistent with 8 and 7, around 7-8 inches. We go to the GFS model. You can see they're all very similar on saying that Pennsylvania and New York will be seeing quite a bit of snow. They have the snow way farther to the south compared to the HER model, which I don't think is quite accurate, but we will, and not even we will have to see. It's basically, we already know that this is not going to happen, especially since the GFS is not a quick running model. It takes a long time, and that sometimes makes it slow to catch on to details. If you look at the Canadian model, again, very large snowfall amounts for many areas here. And in Michigan, you could see still maybe as much as half a foot of snow, but that would be already pushing it. So that is basically, again, this was just a quick update and talking about the storm intensifying. So stay safe. Don't go out if you don't have to. And definitely hunker down for this storm, because this one is the first one of the season. I think 5 people have already, we have already 5 fatalities with this storm, Winter Storm Avery. So this definitely is something we will need to keep an eye on for. And this is just a zoom in on Chicago to see this band that could be impacting areas like O'Hare and Midway and many airports. So hopefully you enjoyed, hopefully you learned something new. Consider subscribing to this channel, consider liking this video, and I'll catch you all guys in the next episode. See ya. Bye.